Older teens and young adults often are curious about ways they can begin to gain more independence from their parents. What can I do to be able to help my parents trust me and help me move further into the adult world? They often are curious about that. So if you're a teen who's wondering about that, let me give you a few tips. First of all, I would say the biggest thing I could say is demonstrate to your parents your faithfulness. Faithfulness in the small things and faithfulness in the big things. So what do I mean by that? In the small things, if your parents have certain expectations of you, certain chores, certain curfews, let's say, that they expect you to abide by them. Get those things done early. Get home early. Make that phone call that's expected of you when it's expected. When parents see that you can indicate your faithfulness and your responsibility in the small things, they're much more willing to give you responsibility in greater things. Now let's talk about the bigger things. Things like driving, things like staying out later at night, or even getting a job. What can you do to help your parents see that you're ready for these bigger responsibilities? Well, like I said, first mastery in the small things, but then as they give you those greater responsibilities, demonstrate mastery in those. Show them. When you're driving in the car with them, show them what an amazing driver you are for first things. But continue to show them over and over again that you can do the things that they expect. And trust builds. Trust is earned over time with your parents, and as they find that you can be trusted, they'll provide you more independence. But what if you do all those things already and they still feel like you've got a big hold on you and they're not letting you leave the nest, let's say? Well, I think it's time maybe to have a conversation with your parents. Now, don't have that conversation when you come home late for a curfew. You don't want to have that conversation when your parents are saying things like, as long as you live in my house, you'll follow my rules. You want to have that conversation when everybody's in a good mood, when you're relaxed, when people are ready to hear each other out. And then simply state your needs to your parents. Give them some specific things that you're hoping to have greater responsibility and independence in. Maybe it's money management. Maybe it is staying out later. Maybe it's the car. Maybe you're even moving into college and you simply want a little bit more freedom. Talk to them about those things. But when you're doing that, make sure that you're willing to listen. Because openness to what your parents have to say is going to be another big thing. So not only faithfulness, but openness. Let them know you're willing to hear what they have to say. Now, you may not follow their advice necessarily. As a young adult moving into college, you might feel like you need more freedom, but be at least willing to listen actively to their opinions. So listening actively means hearing what they have to say, not being defensive, possibly repeating back what they said, asking if you've completely understood, and then seeing if they're willing to make a plan with you to step by step work through how to give you that more independence. And the next thing I'd say is simply understand where your parents are coming from. They might be afraid that they're losing their baby. Well, what can you do to help them know that that's not true? Maybe it's a once-a-week phone call. Maybe it's a date night with a parent. But help them see that they don't have to fear the thing that might be holding them back from giving you independence. Faithfulness and openness and being in relationship with them continually will help you gain that independence.